Okay, hi again. We're here still in the science class. I might actually just move you around a bit. Bramble's still here. She's not really having fun, but she's chilling. And I've got this set up on the desk so that you can see some of my writing. But yeah, I'm here just on the other side of the camera. So I'll do a little bit of adjusting, but we're going to talk about this thing called theoretical and experimental still probability. Probability, yeah, I think I spelled that right. So, two things to probability. There's one called theoretical probability, which is kind of like what we would think is going to happen, like our prediction. And then we've got experimental probability, which is like what happens in an experiment. If I were to conduct, 100 different trials, experiments, what would actually happen over the course of the experiment. So I'm going to do an experiment today and then compare it to theoretical probability, which is like what we would kind of predict would happen without actually doing the experiment. Okay, so I've got a dice or a die here. It's got 6 sides, and we're going to roll the dice a bunch and keep track of what we get. Okay, so I'm actually only going to roll it 6 times. So we would imagine that our theoretical probability, if I roll this 6 times, the probability of me getting a 1 is going to be 1 out of 6. The probability of me getting a 2 is going to be 1 out of 6. That's in theory. We would think that that's going to happen. And if I make this tally chart, if I roll it 6 times, I'm going to get a 1 once, a 2 once, a 3 once, a 4, a 5, and a 6, all one time. But in an experiment, the experimental probability isn't always going to be that way. Okay? So in theory, yes, it should be 1 out of 6, but it's not always going to be that way. So let's roll the dice 6 times and see what we get. Okay? So first time we get a 1. I didn't roll that very well. I'm going to give it a good shake. Okay, 5. Okay, a 6. Okay, a 1 again. Okay, a 6 again. A 5 again. Oh, man. And then last roll. Oh, no, that's 6 times. 2, 4, 6. Okay, so I didn't get any 2s, I didn't get any 3s, and I didn't get any 4s. Perfect. So in my experiment, the probability of getting a 1 was actually 2 out of 6. And we could simplify that fraction down a little bit to be 1 over 3. I just divide the top and I divide the bottom. The probability of getting a 2 was 0 out of 6. Probability, yep, same for a 3. And from my experiment, I'll let you guys finish these 2 off and you can answer them on Edpuzzle. What's the probability of getting a 5 and what was the probability of getting a 6 from my experiment that I just conducted? Okay, so probability of getting a 5 is 2 out of 6 or 1/3. And same here, 2 out of 6 or 1/3. Okay, so that's the example here if I just roll the dice 6 times. But what if I were to do an experiment where I roll it like 100 times? I'm not going to do that because it's going to take forever. So I have some super old technology that's going to do that for me. So I'm just going to move this down so you can see the calculator a bit more closely. Okay, so here's a calculator. It's, I don't know, doesn't say on the back how old it is, but it's probably like 20 years old. And there's a section in here called Probability Simulator. Oh man, this is retro. Oops, number 0. Okay, so probability simulation. Look at that, 2001. It's like older than you guys, but it's nice because I can roll dice here, and I can roll it once, and it's gonna show that I got a 1, or I can roll it 50 times. Boom. And it's just going to do it a bunch. Look, that's way better than rolling it 50 times on the desk and having you watch me. Okay, so 51, because I had to roll it once to start with. But then I can see how many times did I actually get a 1. So I actually only got a 1 9 out of 51 rolls. So my experimental probability of getting a 1 is going to be 9 out of 51. Okay? How about the probability of getting a 2? Well, we can have a look here. I'll go over one. So we got it 10 out of 51 times. 10 out of 51. Okay, and whoop, we got a 12 out of 51. And we got a 4, 7 out of 51, 9 out of 51, and 4 out of 51. We got a 6. Okay, so that's experimental probability. You're going to have a few questions you can choose now, either on Edpuzzle, on Khan Academy or on BuzzMath. Do your best to answer all of the questions. Try your best to get perfect. But if there's questions you don't understand, some of them are tricky and can be difficult. Okay, so that's why I'm here to answer some questions if you want to talk to me about it or send me a message. But do your best to answer as much as you can. You might not get it all, and that's okay. But skip to the next page on BuzzMath at least, or look at the solutions that they do on Khan Academy to help you. Okay, good luck, and I'm always here to help. Okay, Bramble says bye.